All right, so we're live. I know it's gonna take a little bit until you guys come back to this live stream because I'm having some errors. I think I'm gonna wait just a little bit until like some people join. I don't want to start without anyone. So as of now, I have my pre-stretched double prime canvas uh, with a thin layer of liquid white on top, just for the replay. Just letting you guys know. Um, Same colors I got all on my palette from titanium white all the way to my cadmium yellow. And I got the alert that someone's in there, so we'll get started with today's painting. Let's go ahead. Let's get started with the 2-inch brush. We're gonna go into a little bit of cadmium yellow, just a little bit. Tap it into your brush. As you can see, you have an even distribution on the brush. Now let's dance in a nice little sky. We're gonna do a nice little sunset today. That's the only thing I know what I want to do. There. Let's add some white. Let's dilute the color a bit. So just a little bit of white right here down the center. And so now we're gonna go into a little bit of alizarin crimson. Tap it into your bristles, and I'm gonna take it into cadmium yellow. So just to make a nice little orange color. You can choose if you want it to the red side or to the yellow side, all up to you. And let's come up here, just dance in. Nice little sky. On the next video or next live stream, I'm still debating. I'm gonna try to do like a little inside the sea, and probably like a turtle or some animals going in there. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So a little bit of white. Just want to dilute the color. Just a little bit. I don't want it too much of a contrast. We're gonna go into a little bit of alizarin crimson. Tap it both sides on the brush. Let's come up here. And because of the liquid white, the colors will blend automatically. Let's just bring in a little bit down here at the bottom. Just a little bit. And finally, we need some dark color in there. So let's go ahead. Yeah, same dirty brush. A little bit of alizarin crimson. Alizarin crimson is a nice dark color. A little bit of red, a little bit of blue. Remember, phthalo blue is a really strong color. Be careful with how much you use. It'll change your whole colors in a heartbeat. Now let's come up here. There we go. Something like so. And with the same brush I used to apply my liquid white on, I'm just gonna start in with my lightest area and just blend outwards. You never want to start with your darkest color and work in. You want to start with lightest to darkest. And just doing crisscross strokes just to get all the gradients blend in well. There we go. There. Finally, the purple. And just go across very lightly. And just like so, you have yourself a nice little sky. Now, let's go ahead. You know me, I like mountains. Let's go ahead into straight mountain mixture. Just cut a row on the edge of your knife. Let's come up here and let's decide. I think right here's my lightest source, so I'm just Gonna get it right to the side a bit. There. Today we're gonna be doing a little different style mountains. Nevertheless, they'll look good. I know we always use the palette knife to do it. Just like so. Just scratch it off. There. Now, let's grab the brush I grabbed for blending and just grab it, pull it ever so lightly. There. And you could start to create all the angles and shapes you want your lights and shadows to go in. There we go. There. There we go. Simple. Now, let's go to a little bit of titanium white, a little bit of that midnight black, little bit, just a little, nothing too crazy. And load up your brush full of paint and just creating the highlights with the brush. There, just like so. You decide where your light's coming from. Since we said the light's somewhere over here, I think the light source would be hitting on this side. There, just like so. And going just back and forth into my color. And something like so. There. I think that's looking good. Remember, if you guys have any suggestions, you can leave it in the live chat. That's why I do all these live streams, just so it's like a little family reunion in a way. You guys can suggest anything, whatever you want. I'm just going into some blue, some red, and a little bit of green into my midnight black. Let me add a little bit more white to it. Don't want it too dark. Load up your brush. Let's come up here. I need it darker. At least for me, you know? You guys can make it darker, lighter, whatever you want. Let's come up here. Oh yeah, that looks nice. And then lightly over here, some shadows. Make sure you load up your brush with full of paint every time you're doing this. Don't be greedy with your paint. There. Okay. Load up your brush and go straight back at it. No breaks with me. There. Shoo. There we go. There, that's nice. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and diffuse the base of our mountain just by tapping. Remember, follow those angles of your brush strokes and all that. Now, just gonna wipe my brush off. I have a roll of paper towels down here. going into some white. Let's come up here and let's decide where our light spots would be. Just very lightly. There. I could use the corner or I could use the full brush. But if you guys are more comfortable, go ahead and use your palette knives. It's all up to you. There. There you go. Ever so lightly. I think most of the light would hit on that corner piece because the light's like right around here. So just going to add it. Maybe, boom. Just gotta enjoy what you do. There we go. Now I have a helper out here with me, so if you hear some talking or if you see me turn around, I'm just trying to hear his cues and any comments you guys leave. I'm not making him silent. He could talk if he wants to, so just letting you guys know. So just going back into our black, a little bit of green in there. A little bit of black, a little bit of green. There. Gives me a nice little color. I'm gonna go with my 1-inch brush. Pull it one direction. Screw it. I'm gonna mix up more. Grab a good chunk of black, good chunk of green, a little bit of red. Just mix up random colors. I'm using my palette knife. You can say it out loud, I don't mind.
Raul, if you brighten the right top corner with some more white, I bet it would. How do I?
So once they go, right here, top chat, and
I bet it would.
okay, I'll get to that in a sec. Oops, sorry. Let's get to that before anything. Just gonna go into a little bit of white and just soften this up a bit. Just a little. I want a little bit of contrast, but not too much either. There. Just go across ever so lightly. A little bit of cadmium yellow, some white on the 2-inch brush. A little bit of light color out here. There, just like so. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go into our dark color and with our 1-inch brush. One direction. Let's go up here. We got a big bushy tree or bushes. There. They're gonna be in the distance. I don't care too much about these. Make this one stand out. There. If you don't want these trees in your painting, just leave them out. It's that simple. There. So I'm just stepping back, taking a view how it looks on the back. That's a good tip if you guys take back anything. When you're painting, take a step back, Look at how your painting looks from a distance. Let's decide here, maybe right here, there's gonna be some grass. And maybe out and about here, there's gonna be some other grass. Shoot, we gotta have a river. Little stream. Some blue, some white. On our 2-inch brush. This brush has many colors, that's why you see some red popping out, different colors showing. Now, I'm gonna go into a little bit of sap green, a little bit of cadmium yellow, and I'm gonna thin out that paint just a little bit with a little bit of liquid white. Pull it one direction. Let's come up here. There. Shouldn't take too much pressure when you're putting that paint on the canvas. Okay. There we go. Right now, the light's coming kind of this direction. So it would light up this side, more on this side, it would light the other side. You just gotta think where the shadows and the lights would show up. For me, the shadows on bushy trees, I just leave it alone. I don't really mess with it. There we go. Maybe a little bit of black just to darken up our color a bit. Oh yeah. Maybe a little bit of blue. Give me a nice vibrant green. There we go. There. You can change up the values of your greens.
Looking nice so far. Try blacker underneath painting foreground. Gives more heat.
Yeah, I just put this color right now, just to not forget.
These are my favorite colors to work with.
Okay. But yeah, I tend just to go light. That way I don't forget what I might do, and then I just go darker in a little. Okay, so right over here I would start changing. The light's coming more this way. So let's do something interesting. Maybe it's coming near fall time. Let's grab a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red. Mix it up with my palette knife. There. A little bit of white in there. There we go. And I'm gonna grab a clean 1-inch brush, take it through that one direction, a little bit of liquid white just to thin it down. Maybe it's almost fall. Just like so. You have yourself a orange little bushy tree, and maybe I want one with more attention. I just drag it through a bit more red. There. Just like so. You can change up colors, tones, work with whatever colors you like. I work with the colors I'm used to and colors that will stand out on camera. But just because I use a certain color or I paint a certain way doesn't mean you have to do it that same way. There. There we go. And maybe just a little out right there. Shoom. Gotta make little noises. They might look at you weird, but it's okay. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to my dark color. A little bit more black. Okay. Just like so. Just blocking in a little bit more darker paint. Now, I'm going to, let me go ahead, let's highlight this. Well, before that, actually, let's go ahead. I gotta make up some room on my palette. Can you believe it? All this space, and I still run out of room. So just cleaning off my knife. Clean off my dark spot. A little bit of red. Just a little bit. And a little bit of green. I'm mixing up a brown, but more to the red side. Here we go. A little bit more green. And if you want to check the color, you can grab a little bit of white and just check where you're at in your color. I'm gonna add a little bit more green. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. And maybe a little bit of black. Just like so. How much time are we at?
We are at 23 minutes.
Okay. Just a little heads up to know. Okay. Maybe there's like a little landslide. What am I supposed to know? I'm just a painter. I don't really know much about nature, but I paint it. I paint it. There. There we go. Yeah, I lost it this time. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I'm kidding. I have a little idea. A little bit of white. With the brush, it's less, it pops less. It kind of blends in a little bit more. Just a little bit. It's not crazy. And just like so. A little bit around here. Okay. And then we got it. We'll get back to that. I don't even know where I'm going now. Actually, we're gonna go into a little bit of sap green, cadmium yellow. Load up both sides of your brush and just go at it. There. Okay. Someone mentioned that my audio wasn't working on my last video, and it turned out it wasn't. I'm sorry about that. Can someone confirm that my audio is working this time through your end? Just to make sure my microphone's working and I don't need to buy a new one. There. Just like so. Okay? And now I'm going to go back into my dark color and just make like a little path of dirt.
Audio is good. It's fine.
Okay, thanks for that answer. At least I'm not worrying about whether or not it's good or bad. There. Just adding that base color with my brush. Okay. Gotta make it stand out a bit. So, in order for that, I'm gonna add what looks to be a couple little like bushy things growing on. Or some grass, something, just to get rid of that barrier between brown and brown. Which one's browner? I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's make up a lighter brown. Just adding a little bit of white to my brown. And this time I'm going to use my palette knife. Just cut a roll. And ever so lightly. Gentle, gentle. There we go. And when you undermix your paint, it'll give you this beautiful marble color when you're laying it with your palette knife. So, depending what look you're trying to get, that's whether you should overmix, undermix. Can't tell you do this if you're trying to achieve something else. Okay? How are we doing? Everyone's bored now? Little bit of white, some titanium white, and just cut in little ripples in the water. There. Something like so. Okay. I'm running out of ideas for this piece, so if you guys want to put in an idea, if you want to see something, because if I run out of ideas, I'm just gonna say that's the end of the video, and you guys know. So you guys can decide, leave it like this or change it up a bit. I'm just adding a little more detail to like this dirt that's falling. There, just a little. I don't want to overdo it. There. Okay. Now, one thing I gotta have, I always have this. Let me clear out a spot in my palette. I want a good old evergreen tree, or as some people like to call it, Christmas trees. So just load up your brush full with paint, and let's decide, where does my tree live? Maybe it lives right around here. And just come up here and just tap in your tree. Lives in your brush. All you gotta do is tap it out. There. Don't be afraid to reload your brush. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead, a little bit of blue, a little bit of yellow, and touch of my liquid white just to thin it down. Little touch more, and a little touch more of blue. And let's come up here and just highlight this tree. The tree doesn't look black, it's green. So just like so, very lightly, very, very lightly. Okay, a little bit of cadmium yellow just to add in a couple extra highlights. Doesn't want to stick on? No problem. A little bit of liquid white will solve your problem. That rhymes. Doesn't want to stick on? No problem. Little white, fix the problem. See, just something light. And just gonna staple these on. There. Cut myself a nice little roll of paint of that nice brown color we had going on. Okay. And let's cut in some little sticks and twigs on the bushy trees. There. There we go. Few here and there. Okay. And I don't know. You guys have anything to suggest as of now? I'm just gonna put random stuff, see what comes up. But I want you guys to suggest. Maybe there lives a couple little bushes out here. Okay. Just like so. Let's change up our color a bit. A little bit of orange. There. And maybe a little bit of red. Just to call the attention. Okay. I'm gonna wait for any suggestions, anything you guys have. You can leave it in the chat. If not, that's probably gonna be it uh, for today. It's You know what? That little tiny roof. Maybe we should make a little cabin. Let's go ahead. A little bit midnight black. It had some green, so now I'm adding red to make it brown. I don't want a green cabin. That'll look weird. So just mix up something. Cut a roll. Maybe out here, someone would want to live out. There. Just get a little bit out here. There we go. And just a little cabin. That way no one has to ask for a permit to build out here. Maybe it's for the forest guards who are checking to make sure everything's fine. A little bit of our light color. Very lightly. And some of that down up here. Just mixing up like a middle tone, not too dark, not too light. Okay. And we have to put in a door. Let's just block in a door.
Mira, tu hijado está pintando, mira.
Sorry about this, guys. Have some people visiting. Hey, now you see how my life is. Family, everything. The most important thing is family, guys. Never be ashamed of your family. Never tell them to do stuff. Because they're the only ones there when you really need it. Okay. Oh my god. I was not expecting that, but things happen. So, let me just see the chat. And if not anything, we'll wrap it up for today and we'll continue Wednesday. Okay. Well, it seems like that's it for today. I really hope you enjoy this painting and you try this painting out. From me and my helper who's helping me out here, we wish you the best of luck. Hope you a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Goodbye.